Hello everybody, welcome back to the Dugout Football channel where it is time for round 3 of the Super 6. Now, it has to be said that I had a much better week last week, but we will come on to that. I'm joined as usual by Nick Denning. How are you doing?
I'm good, thank you, buddy. You had a really good week. It was some surprise victory, some surprise results this weekend again. It's always hard at the beginning of the season, isn't it? There's always uncertainty of which teams are going to do well. So we're at that patch, man. Some teams are struggling for form. Like I didn't see Man United losing to Crystal Palace, especially 3-1 at home. But
well, I know that was a shock. But yeah, as you say, I got Leeds Fulham outcome. I got Middlesbrough Bournemouth right, which was the big one. And Brentford Huddersfield outcome as well. So I got 9 points. How many did you get?
I got 4 in the end. I done all right. Which one did I get my 2 points on? Doing it. So I guess not. What was it? Okay. How'd you work out? How'd you see it again? The other one? Is it results?
Yeah, the results. Yeah.
Yeah. So I had 2-0. I had 2 points. I had 2-0 to Leeds, but it was 4-3. Great game that was. Let's just say.
It was.
And the other one I had Brentford to beat Huddersfield, but I didn't have anything else really, to be honest. So
yeah,
it's going to be interesting. I nearly had the Bournemouth score because I did Bournemouth 1-0, but obviously Middlesbrough got that equaliser, didn't they? So
yeah,
so
I know that was the key. That was the key result, I think.
Yeah, we were quite similar as well. There was a few games that we went the same, didn't we? So. And I think on 2 of the games we actually went for the same score. So
yeah, definitely.
So this one.
So the games we have 1 in the Premier League and 5 in the Championship. I think this is what's going to be right now, because with the the games being behind closed doors and them all being on TV as well. So I think this is what it's going to be like. So the games we have this week are Crystal Palace against Everton. A really tricky one to call that one. And then we have a local derby between Watford and Luton Town, Millwall against Brentford, QPR against Middlesbrough, Derby against Blackburn, and Cardiff City against Reading. Crystal Palace against Everton. Palace, they beat your guys 3-1 last week, and Everton were 5-2 winners over West Brom. Really tricky one to predict, this one, isn't it?
Yeah, it is. It's 2 teams come off the back of 2 great results. Palace will be absolutely flying with an away win at Old Trafford. And they set themselves up really well. I think more Man United weren't very good and weren't at the shot. They looked like match fitness. Everton had a great start to the season. Scoring goals, aren't they? Which sometimes it's been hard for them to come by, hasn't it? Really, in the past. But they've started really well, and under Ancelotti and with Rodriguez, it's times are rick and rosy for Everton fans. So on my score prediction, I think Everton will win. I think they're going to continue their momentum. I think it'll be a closer game. I do think Palace will score, so I've gone for 2-1 to Everton.
Interesting. Well, funnily enough, Crystal Palace haven't beaten Everton in the last 10 meetings. Right. So really, really tricky one to call. But I am actually going to go for a draw in this one. I think Everton will drop points for the first time this season, and I think Palace will as well. I think both of them are very, very good at the moment. Very good, both in good form. As you say, James Rodriguez was fantastic at the weekend, and Dominic Calvert-Lewin as well. Goal scorers supreme there. So, but yeah, I'm going to go for a 1-1 draw. I just think both sides will cancel each other out. And I think, as I said, I think everyone's got a chance with Mr. Pickford in goal, as we saw from the midweek games. Watford against Luton Town. These sides have both been knocked out of the Carabao Cup. Now, Watford surprisingly lost by 3-1 away at Newport County, which is very, very surprising. And Luton Town, they were beaten by your boys again by 3-0. How do you see this one going?
Yeah, that's a shame, really. The Newport County fans couldn't have been there to see that, because that would have been, great one in their history, wouldn't it, to say they were there. Luton lost to us, but you expect United put quite a strong lineup out, so I sort of expect it. But they did hold their own really in that game. They had a good chance in the first half. Watford is a tricky place to go to. I've been there before. They don't do too badly there. Watford team, I think, are going to do well this season. How did they get on at the weekend? They actually.
It was a 0-0 draw with Sheffield Wednesday.
Yeah, that's one. I went for that. But I'm going to go here. I think Watford will win this one. So I've gone for a 2-0 win to Watford for this game.
2-0. I've gone 2-1 Watford. I do think Watford will win.
Yeah.
But I think Luton Town, knowing that they lost to your guys the other night, I do think that they will pose more of a threat to Watford than Sheffield Wednesday did. So I think Watford will win, but it'll be a tight one. 2-1 this one. I think this is a very hard one to predict. Millwall against Brentford. Millwall knocked out by Burnley in the Carabao Cup. Brentford coming through a penalty shootout against West Brom as well. How do you see this one going?
Well, I think Brentford are a great side, and they showed that last season towards the end, didn't they? And they've got this new stadium as well. It's good direction. I think Brentford are going in. They got their win at the weekend, didn't they? Which we said they'd win at their first proper game at their stadium. But it's hard going to the Den. I think it would have been a lot more tricky if you've got those rough, what the Millwall fans, the reputation they've got. It can be a pretty hostile atmosphere down there in the Den, that side of London. But I think Brentford will go. I still think Brentford will win. I think Brentford will win this because there's no fans there. I think they would have a good chance anyway. I do think Millwall will score, so I'm going for a 2-1 win to Brentford on this one. So 2-1.
Ooh, I've gone for a Brentford win as well. But I've gone 2-0. So we shall see what happens. It's like I said, guys. These games are so hard to predict. I mean, you couldn't pick 6 more games that are really tough to predict, and they're so hard to predict these ones.
It's not. If you look at that in our predictions, it's literally a goal out. We've both gone exactly the same, but there's a goal in our scores. So that just shows you that we both felt how tight these are going to be. So this is going to be an interesting weekend, and I'm excited to see how we do on this one.
Yeah, definitely. QPR against Middlesbrough. QPR lost 3-2 to Coventry City last week, while Middlesbrough drew 1-1 with Brentford. And the Middlesbrough are still without their manager Neil Warnock, who is isolating at the moment. QPR surprise defeat to Coventry, so they'll want to bounce back. This is a really hard one to call. What are you going for this one?
This one was a complete stab in the dark for me. I thought this could be. I could see any one of these teams winning. I could easily see it as a draw. So I've sort of gone for a wild guess here, and I'm going to go for QPR as their home side, and I've gone for a 2-0 win to QPR. But it could go any other way, I think.
I've gone 2-0 QPR as well. I just think QPR are good at home. Yeah, we're very similar this week. We are very, very similar this week. Derby County against Blackburn. Now, it has to be said, Derby County have not started the best. Losing to Luton and Reading, which was very, very surprising. Blackburn Rovers winning 5-0 against Wycombe Wanderers last weekend. How do you see this one going?
Again, this is tight. But I as we said again, I had Derby for promotion this season, but it hasn't been the greatest start. Blackburn always just a thorn in my opinion. Anytime it comes to betting, Blackburn have always, in my life, just been an absolute thorn when I bet. I thought they would lost to Wycombe. They could have drew to win 5-0. They have started really well, Blackburn, there, haven't they? But I think Derby need to win, so I think they will win because it's just an important game for them because they can't have there'll be 3 losses on the bounce, won't it, in the Championship? But I think it'll be tight, and I think they will concede a goal. So I've gone for a 2-1 win to Derby.
Ooh, I've gone 1-1 in this one. I do think though, Derby County do need to get a win just to get themselves off the ground running, because I think people are saying that Derby were one of those teams maybe challenge the top two, but it's still very, very early on to say for sure. And we've got a cracking game at the Cardiff City Stadium. It's Cardiff City against Reading. Cardiff winning 2-0 at Nottingham Forest last week. Reading winning 2-0, or was it 3-0? It was either 2 or 3-0 against Derby. This is another tricky one to predict. What are you going for in this one?
Well, as you said, it's tricky. Both going to be full of confidence. Not the easiest place to go. I know Cardiff, and I've been there to watch United, and they get those Welsh get behind their fans. Especially at Cardiff, it's a lively city, but they're going to miss not having the fans there. They're both going to be up for this, so I think it's going to be tight. So I've gone for a 1-1 draw.
Oh, to be honest with you, I've gone for a goal fest. I have gone for a goal fest in this one. I've gone 2-2.
Yeah, so hopefully, it'd be good to watch the highlights on that one. But it could, again, I think it's going to be a tight game, and it's not going to. I don't think one team's just going to run away with it. So whether there's goals in it or whether it's cagey, it's going to be. We've both gone a draw there, haven't we? Both think they'll cancel each other out. So.
Yeah, definitely. It's going to be very, very intriguing, whatever the results are. I'm pretty sure you guys have got your results for these games, but there's not a trickier batch to predict than these games anyway. So I've gone Crystal Palace 1, Everton 1, Watford 2, Luton Town 1, Millwall 0, Brentford 2, QPR 2, Middlesbrough 0, Derby 1, Blackburn 1, and Cardiff City 2, Reading 2. So, Nick, what have you gone for in these 6 games?
So I've gone for Everton to beat Palace 2-1, Watford 2, Luton 0, Millwall 1, Brentford 2. I've got QPR to win 2-0 at Middlesbrough, Derby to get their first win of the season, 2-1 against Blackburn. I think that'll be tight though. And I've gone for a 1-1 draw in the Cardiff Reading game. I think the golden goal will be 8 minutes. I always say go below 10 minutes. And towards the top end of 10, and there generally is a goal. And let's just say how many goals there were in the Premier League in the last round. The teams definitely ain't shy.
Yeah, absolutely. I've gone for the 10th minute, so we'll see what happens. But yeah, I've gone for the 10th minute. I just feel that goals are really hard to come by when it comes to these Super 6 games, and we shall see what happens. But we've got 6 big games to see what happens and we shall see what happens. But as I've said, I'm sure you guys have got your own results to predict. So you don't have to follow me. You don't have to follow Nick's advice. But Super 6 free to play, 18 and over, and please gamble aware responsibly. But thank you very much to everyone who's watched this. Nick, thank you very much as usual. Where can we find you on your socials?
I think it's Nick MUFC, isn't it? I can't remember what it is, but you'll catch me on that United Family channel or with you. Nick, is it Nick Denning MUFC? Yeah, Nick Denning MUFC at Nick Denning. So give me a follow. I said it's good to do this with you, Doug. This isn't about rivalries. This is about good fun, and it's a free lottery ticket, guys. So it's free to play, and it's good fun as well. And you should always, Doug will put the description to join our league if anybody fancies joining our league and playing against us and challenging us. And it'd be good to see. Maybe the winner of the week will always get a shout out. The winner of the week will always get a shout out. The winner last week was Doug. So well done, Doug.
Absolutely. But no, thank you very much for watching. If you are new around here, then please hit that subscribe button, smash a like on this video, and we'll come back next week, see how we all do, and we'll see how we do. But until then, it's goodbye from the both of us, and we'll see you in the next one. Take care. Bye for now.